Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. So the other day I gave you guys some spider aggro, and I think I got a few comments telling me how aggro, wasn't good that way in the current meta, and I'm here to prove you wrong. So today I'm gonna bring you guys Jhin. I think aggro is still very good in this meta, especially because we have a really good matchup into Kai'Sa decks. We beat Kai'Sa decks. This Jhin deck actually does well into trolls as well, and there's a lot of other decks that just cannot deal with the pressure of Jhin. So as you start seeing more Kai'Sa pushing stuff like control out of the way, I feel like aggro becomes stronger and stronger. And in this video specifically, you're going to see us actually go into a crazy win streak with this deck. So this is also a really good deck for newer players because it's cheap to build. It's using mostly a lot of Naxos units. And you do have some other units like Doom Beast, Stealth Speaker, etc. But for the most part, it's just really running the cheap Naxos and PNC units, etc. that almost everybody has. Really, you just have to commit on the Annie and the Jhin. So it is a little bit expensive because you still have to commit on those champions. But everything else in the deck tends to be pretty cheap for the most part. So you're able to kind of craft or spend your resources on all these cards that are mostly all commons. Like literally, I'm looking through the units right now. All these units are common. So really, it's only the champions and then the Decimate that's uncommon, right? So it makes it really easy for people to build, and I think it's one of the best decks for a new player to pick up and learn the game. And again, it does really well into most things in the meta, in my opinion. But how does this deck work? Well, so Jhin, when Jhin came out and when Annie came out, everybody knew that this was going to be a pretty crazy pairing. At first, people were not playing it correctly, but then people realized that what you want to play is you want to play a bunch of stuns. So we are playing like triple Sunhawk, triple Station, and even one Sentry as our last 40th card. And the stuns give you so much value because it lets you get rid of blockers. So you're able to stun the enemy's blockers away to allow your units to just push so much damage, or even just allow them to survive one more turn. You have units like Bunkuroki, Annie, and Saboteur that all like to live more than one turn because they're all pushing more damage the longer that they live in the game. So the stuns allow you to do that, and then the stun units itself, like Station is such a nuts card. It has to be a card that the opponent has to block or deal with, especially when you stun blockers away. Now, the deck again is all units and just all burn, right? So the idea is that you're playing all your units early on first, and then you're finishing up with burn. So usually you want to keep like your early one drops and just start putting so much pressure on the opponent. You probably want to keep one Jhin. Keeping one Jhin is good because there's the damage from Lotus Trap. Those start adding up a lot. And actually summoning Jhin can be pretty good in a lot of matchups. But yeah, you just go for your one drops, have your early units, and just start pushing a ton of damage that way. And then just finish up with Nuts and Fervor and Decimate, as well as Demolitionist, etc. once you get close enough. And even Doom Beast can also be some burn. But the deck is pretty straightforward. I just let you guys see just the sheer strength that we showcased today in this video with this deck. So enjoy the games coming up soon, and as always, if you like the content, please make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day, so stay for the end of the video for some mulligan tips. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Kai'Sa. So this is supposed to be a favorable matchup for us, but I have lost this matchup multiple times because sometimes Kai'Sa just go nuts. So take that with a grain of salt, to be honest. Now, opponent could have the Balor, right? So this is Jhin is really good. I think having Jhin early is actually pretty good. So the problem here is going to be Balor. If the opponent has Balor next turn, they can actually kill my Annie for free, which is a problem. If they don't have Balor, then I think we're in a decent spot. We could just commit the stun. We could commit the stun instead. I don't hate this. Oh, wait. Well, if opponent's doing this, then sure. My man. What? What? That's all you have? So now I can do Sunhawk? I can now do the Sunhawk. Which kind of sucks, though. I mean, I kind of don't want to do the Sunhawk right here, but I guess I'll do it. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. I mean, it could be the Demolitionist, but it's Sunhawk, because I mean, opponent doesn't really have any good trades, right? So opponent doesn't really have any good trades, so it kind of feels bad doing this Sunhawk. Opponent really doesn't have any good trades. So what if it's actually the Demolitionist? What if it's not the Sunhawk? If they don't break, opponent doesn't have any good trades here, so I'm gonna do this instead. For the glory of think because opponent doesn't have any good trades except for the Corsair, which we're never gonna attack with her anyways, even if we do the Sunhawk, because opponent still keeps one blocker. I think we just attack with everything else. All his units have one attack. Okay, well, opponent gets some value here, which actually is kind of crazy because now he can actually block. He can actually block the Annie. So he can actually block the Annie and kill her. Because we decided to not target this guy. But that's all he can block, right? So by delaying the Annie once, how much of a punish is this? Because we don't get that skill, right? So we don't get the skill from the Annie, so that does kind of suck. Next turn we'll be able to level up Annie. Well, not next turn, technically, but... And then we're getting to the turn because we don't have Fervor that our opponent can go... Maybe we had to attack with Annie. Maybe it was attacking with Annie, but I feel like we're so close to the Annie level up that it doesn't make sense. We have a crazy turn next turn with double stun. Plus Annie leveling up and Jhin in our hand. I just need to play around Valor. I was born in Hellbent. I cannot leave. I'm gonna tell the opponent if you have Valor, you have him. I feel like if the opponent had Valor, they could have done it on the last turn, right? Now this is annoying, right? All his units get much bigger, but we have so many stuns that I think is fine. I must fight. Sure. We cannot do the Sunhawk. So the Sunhawk just gets hit by the Elder. So it's not the Sunhawk. It's gonna be the Sentry. So it's gonna be the Sentry right here. And then the Station. Because the Sunhawk just gets eaten up by the Spell Shield. Now, Jhin is gonna be doing a lot of damage. Because Jhin can kill all the stun units. I've got your back. So Jhin can kill all the stun units, which is pretty good. Now, he will be able to kill the Jhin though, right? So he will be able to kill the Jhin. But do we care about Jhin anymore? I think Jhin already did his job. I think we just go here. I think we just go Stage Hand. I think Jhin already did his job. And he levels up here. We get rid of all his blockers. We're dealing damage to this. The Lotus Trap is going to trigger. That is also going to stun the Hatchling and also kill it. So opponent doesn't get a trigger with the Hatchling. What we do is so much. Maybe it had to be stunning the Hatchling though. Maybe stunning the Hatchling was better. So the Jhin skill would trigger just once though. It doesn't trigger twice. This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's on. But the It is a lot of value. Opponent's in a tough spot. And we can always stun the Kai'Sa next turn with either Tivers or Sunhawk, right? The good thing about this as well is that we're pushing so much damage to his stun units because of the Jhin skills that we can actually potentially Tivers finish him off. So it's not looking great, but it's also not looking bad. I think it's very close. This Elder is the problem. Oh, hey, they're doing nothing? So let's take a quick look real quick. So if we go like this, it's only stunning and hitting this one. Actually, it's not hitting the Hatchling for some reason. If we go the other way, still the same thing. Yeah, so it's only triggering one, so it doesn't really matter which order we do it. So it doesn't matter which order we do Jhin. If in doubt, just always double check your Jhin to make sure that you're ordering correctly. So it didn't matter which order we did it because the Corsair Crack Shot is always triggering first, which is triggering the Lotus Trap. So this thing is not gonna get stunned after the Deadly Flourish no matter what. Because even if we cook the Jhin first, it will go Corsair, Lotus Trap, Jhin, Deadly Flourish. So it's never hitting this card. When it still goes down to 5, which is enough to have them survive. Right? So that's enough to keep them alive. But again, it's what we talked about. We can kill 2 of his blockers. Or at least, I guess, 1 of his blockers. And the sad thing about this stun is that he keeps the Hatchling alive, so it's actually another blocker too, right? But because this unit stays alive, because opponent decided for some reason to kill the sentry, it means that we have the guaranteed 1 damage that we need for the decimate to put him in kill range. Opponent always had to block the Corsair, in my opinion. I think opponent got a little bit greedy there. It had to always be the Corsair block. So Tivers and Sunhawk are both really good. Now, the problem with Tivers is going to be Rider Negation. But if the opponent has Rider Negation, we always lose, right? Like, there's a million ways that we lose to Rider Negation. Yep. So we just gotta assume that they don't have it. And if they have it, they have it. If they have it, they have it. The motto, right? The North American motto. We go here, it kills the Boiling, it makes this one lower as well. We stop the Kaiser from being able to do anything. Now, opponent could still have access to Cataclysm. So the Cataclysm is enough, right? To be able to kill the Corsair, which is the 1 damage that we need before the Decimate can finish him off. So that is a problem. Ironically, yeah, no, we can block the Elder, we can block this one. It's gonna be Cataclysm. It's gonna be Cataclysm. Because Cataclysm works even if the unit's done. But if the opponent's gonna do Cataclysm, they need to do the second skin first, right? Oh, wait, what? That's not a Cataclysm. Does he? Because he cannot do the Kai'Sa plus. He cannot do the Kai'Sa spell. That's 3 mana. He cannot do the Kai'Sa spell plus Cataclysm. He should go for the spell shield. So if I was really, you're never presenting lethal here. I guess that way he gets the spell shield, right?
I will do what I can.
You're never presenting lethal here. And all I need to do is just block her. Okay, so let's say we open.
Don't be scared. It's just fine.
Even if opponent has Cataclysm, it's not lethal, right? If opponent attacks with this guy, he's... Okay. Alright. Alright. So we block here. We block here. Right? If opponent has Cataclysm, we lose the game. So I think opponent has Cataclysm. So what if we're actually supposed to block like this? This takes the least damage, and we don't lose to the Cataclysm? I think this is correct. We take the least damage. Cataclysm is not enough to kill us, and we can just finish with Decimate. We just need to push that 1 damage. We're obviously not developing. Here. Because developing just loses to the Cataclysm. So this is forcing him to block with the Elder, I guess. So this is forcing him to block with the Elder. Opponent goes down to 4. Decimate wins us the game. We need to win this turn, right? We just lose to Kai'Sa, so it has to be just the Decimate. The Annie just gets stopped by the Kai'Sa spell shield, so it doesn't matter attacking with her. We just want to keep her around, just in case that we need to, to have more blockers for the skill, right? Because remember, the skill targets the units first. So, when it has 5 keywords, and has 6. So the Cataclysm will do 1, 1, 1, then 1 here. It's not enough. So it's Rider Negation or dub. He didn't use the Rider Negation last turn, didn't have it this turn. We got there. Whew. That was close. Again, I thought that game was a lot closer than it needed to be, but we were able to beat the Kai'Sa with like a ton of keywords. So, GG's. This matchup will be going up against Bard Shen. This matchup is horrible. Because the opponent gets access. Wow, yeah, this matchup is absolutely horrible, right? Opponent gets access to Spirit's Refuge. Ooh, Spirit's Refuge is so bad. Spirit's Refuge is so bad for us. How do we beat this? And then he gets, oh, we get a second Jhin. Second Jhin is bad. Jhin is usually, you do not want to see two Jhins. You do not want to see two Jhins. We could have gone Corsair, to be honest. But I don't think I'll ever block in that anyways. Let me get another one drop. Alright, so it has to be the Bunkuroki. When he gets too shy, so he could easily have a way to block this. Yeah, he does. I think we still go ahead and attack with everything. At this point, we want to be able to trigger the Jhin, right? We want to be able to trigger the Jhin as much as we can. So I think it makes sense to do it this way. Because what we can do is that we can stun with the Jhin. Whoa. Whoa. Ha. Ha. Interesting. I didn't expect that. The Sunhawk is tempting. So Sunhawk is... I think I have to Sunhawk. I think I have to Sunhawk just to get the value from Jhin right here. So that we can potentially level up Annie as well very quickly. Because what's going to happen is that because we have the Corsair, the Annie, and the Jhin, we're going to be able to level up Annie. The problem is, again, the problem here is the Refuge. The Refuge. So we'll be able to level both Annie and be able to trigger the Jhin again here because we have 3 skills going on the stack. So we want the Annie to go to the right. So we want the Annie to go on the right. That will let her skill trigger. That will let her skill trigger last, meaning that she will level up when he actually triggers. Now, by Jhin going on the left, it means that his Lotus Trap triggers after his stun dance. The problem with doing this, opponent always has Spirit's Refuge. Opponent's always gonna have Spirit's Refuge, so I think we're actually losing damage if we don't attack with this skill right here. So I guess we're gonna go like this. Yeah, so by doing it this way, like I talked about, Annie levels up, right? Because she's all the way in the right, so the Jin's skill triggers first, which means that now her skill is gonna be her leveled up skill, which is stunning the enemy, and then the Jhin Lotus Trap triggers, stunning this, and then his Deadly Flourish actually kills the Berlinger. Now, opponent could have the Spirit's Refuge here. Mortal Support, okay, so he was just trying to get the value trade. He was just trying to get the value trade there, which makes sense. This is not gonna prevent the damage because the Lotus Trap stuns him first, so actually opponent could have prevented more damage. I guess it didn't matter, it's the same. So the Lotus Trap still stuns this first, meaning that the Annie damage goes to face. This kills the Berlinger. Opponent doesn't know that we have a second Jhin, right? So the second Jhin is going to make all the difference. Still kind of a little bit far away though from triggering him. No Spirit's Refuge though. Maybe opponent's waiting for the Spirit's Refuge? So maybe opponent's waiting to trigger the Spirit's Refuge. I think we always Tiver's next turn. Because he kills the Kinku student. So is it actually Jhin? Or do we just go wide? What if it's actually not Jhin? Because Jhin is not going to level up just yet. Actually, he will level up though. Wow. That's the thing. Jhin is leveling up here. A deny just punishes so many things, though. I kind of like going wide. Oh, this is hard. This is a hard turn. So, the Tivers can kill 2 blockers while still triggering the Jhin multiple times. I think we just go wide. We're gonna actually stun this girl, by the way. So we're gonna stun this girl so that the opponent doesn't get a big Spirit Refuge. Opponent has to deny it. And now they can do the Spirit's Refuge, right? Wait, no, that's not a Spirit's Refuge. So we still we still potentially win right here because of the Jhin. Because he gets like multiple Lotus Traps. He gets 2 Lotus Traps. And we're wide, so even these two are pushing 1-1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, this is lethal. It's exactly lethal. It's exactly lethal. We got there, opponent didn't get the Spirit's Refuge, and that's all we needed. So I think it was correct to go wider instead of playing the Jhin. Although the Jhin will have been able to stun the enemies, but the Jhin doesn't stun them until already he's in combat. So, although a leveled up Jhin could have dealt 4 damage to the Nexus as well, but I guess either way it could have been good. So GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Gwen Sejuani. So this matchup is bad. They have Rabin, they have a lot of other value. So since they have Rabins, I like keeping the Bunkuroki, right? Okay, the Corsair is not bad, but not the best Wanderer that we wanted. Right? We can Corsair, Bunkuroki, unless we get another Wanderer right here, like Annie would be really good right here. Potentially push a little bit more damage. So a lot of their units have 1 health. Like they're both their 1-drop and their 2-drop Hallow only have 1 health. So that's why the Bunkuroki I think is a good key. Because it can't really be blocked by a lot of things. Okay, well, we get the Jhin. So we're also going to push some damage with Jhin here. Opponent's going to block here. That's okay. He does get the Hallow buff, but we still have to push 1 damage. We have to push 1 damage, start working on our Jhin right here. So this is a great hand. Oh, okay, that's a good draw now, right? Right? The Ruthless Raider is definitely not what I expected. I was hoping that he had the fearsome Hallow one. So that would have been the best way for us to be okay. What if he Saboteur first? What if he Saboteur first and then Station? What if I'm forced? But then the Station gets punished by... Because I really don't want to lose this guy. I really don't want to lose this Bunkuroki right now. The Station gets punished by... Station gets punished by Battlefield, right? Because Battlefield here blocks the Station as well. Okay, wow. Okay, that's even better. That's actually so good. That's so good. So he's still gonna go ahead and kill the Bunkuroki, which sucks. But we still get to keep the Saboteur. We get to play Jhin, go Imperial Demolitionist and Doombeast, and have a lot of value. Opponent's down to 9 HP. Rabin is kind of annoying, but it's not impossible to beat. Now that card is annoying, because he's going to heal him back up to 11. So he's going to heals him back up to 11. We go down to 4 HP. So if we just block here, that's probably worth it, right? He gets rid of a blocker, so he potentially pushes more damage. Because the Jhin is gonna stun whatever unit the opponent summons next. So whatever unit the opponent summons next is gonna get stunned by Jhin. Because of the grenade. Oh, that's kind of annoying though. So if we want to do the most damage possible, I really want to do this Doombeast though, because then we just die to the Gwen. So his thing is gonna stun, right? Because he's gonna stun the weakest enemy. So if we do the Doombeast, we put him down to 12. This is gonna be 11. Then 4, 6, 9. Opponent goes down to 2. Then they open attack with Gwen and win. When I attack with Jhin though, I am dealing 2 to all stun enemies, so I kill his Doombeast. If we go the other way, we don't push the 2. I guess it's lethal. Yeah, I guess it's lethal, right? I guess it's always this way. If opponent has a 1-drop, I get punished. This is lethal, right? Because this stuns the Doombeast, and then we attack with everything, and we just win the game. 5, 7. Oh, it's not lethal. Wait, what am I thinking, guys? 5, 7. Oh no, it is lethal. It's exactly 11. I can't count. Whew, we got there. We got there again. The Jhin, having the Jhin on the field makes a big difference, right? And the fact that we top deck that Sunhawk completely won us the game because we were able to get rid of both blockers. So, GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going up against Gwen Renekton. Huh. I kind of don't like going against Gwen decks, to be honest. So Gwen decks end up being really bad for us because they just get so much value from that heal. And it's kind of annoying. Like really annoying. So we can play Annie, we can play the Roki. We can play the Annie, we can play the Bunku Roki. If the opponent has the Rock Hopper, it is what it is. I think we have to just go here. We have the stun, we have another Roki. Oh wow. Okay, so we just casually just push 5 damage. We casually just push 5 damage and I start working on the Annie level up. So Tusk Speaker gets me to 3. Sunhawk gets me there. Jhin? Oh, it was a little bit too late. No way. No way, right? I think we just stun it. Keep our Roki alive. That's gonna push too much damage. 2 more damage next time. We can go Tusk Speaker. Yeah. If we go Jhin, we actually get to kill the Merciless Hunter. I think it's actually Jhin. So I think it's actually Jhin. So I'm okay with that because what's gonna happen here, right? But we have to order it a different way. We have to order it so that Jin's skill goes last. There we go. This also means... So if we go like this, this is the best. Yeah, this is gonna kill that one. The only downside is the opponent can still Phantom Block, but at least we get the unit out of the way. And Annie levels up too. Opponent can choose to kill either the Jhin. And there we go. She also levels up. So we played it just the right way. So the ordering matter here, right? So Jhin had to go first so that his skill goes last, killing the Merciless Hunter. Because that way the Lotus Trap goes first. Because the Lotus Trap wouldn't have triggered. If we put Jhin on the right, then the Deadly Flourish would have been on the left of the Lotus Trap, meaning that it wouldn't have killed his other unit, right? So now he stuns first and then kills. Then the Annie, all the way on the right, you want the Annie to be the last skill that triggers, because that one leveled up the Annie, meaning that now this is dealing 3, and we actually get to kill both his units, because the opponent decided not to take a good trade. And we go here. So we just kill the opponent's whole board, and still get to push another 3 damage, and opponent goes to 9. The ordering with Annie and Jhin does matter. It does matter a lot. This guy cannot kill any of my units. Jhin is 2 away. So we can just stun this, right? We have to just stun this then. And that should be game. So we stun this so that the opponent cannot attack with this. And now opponent just gets punished here. Rider negation. Okay. So he will get to heal. So let's say we go here. We still lose, right? What if we just target our own guy? Still the same thing. So I guess we just let it go. Let him heal. We can do Bunku Roki and then Tivers? Or is it just Tusk Speaker? It's about the same amount of damage, right?
I can do this.
We could Tivers. I think it's Tivers though. I think it's always Tivers. We get rid of the blocker. So we always Tivers, get rid of the blocker, have a big 5/5. And then we have a bunch more damage going through. That Rider negation was interesting. I got to let him heal 5 and got to kill our Jhin. So that might have delayed us just enough. But whatever unit the opponent summons right here, he needs to block the Tivers, right? And it's not going to be enough. When we need to have Quicksand. And I still don't think that's enough. I guess Quicksand is enough. But that only keeps him alive at 3 HP. And we still have all the burn in our hand. So triple Merciless Hunter wasn't the play there. I think it was very critical though, as you saw. The ordering on the Jhin and Annie did matter a lot, because he let us get rid of the second Merciless Hunter. Right? He let us get rid of a Merciless Hunter for free, which was very crucial for us to be able to win that game. I think opponent messed up by blocking the Annie. They could have just blocked the Bunkuroki and killed it for free, but you know, who am I to judge? So, and we got to 200 LP. GG's. In this matchup, we'll be going against the mirror. So Annie Jhin versus Annie Jhin. Honestly, I'll be frank with you all. I do not know how to play this mirror. I do not know how to play this mirror, but something tells me that the Sunhawk is probably very good at stopping like their stage hand, but maybe not this early. I think having Annie is definitely a plus side, and having Jhin probably helps a lot, right? Having Jhin helps a lot. Having Annie helps a lot. Second Annie, maybe not so much, but could potentially be useful. Opponent does get Annie as well, though, so sad. So here's my problem. I summon the Savager, and the opponent has like a Sunhawk. I never beat it, right? So it has to be just the Bunkuroki. So I beat everything except for the Sunhawk. If opponent wants to block, then technically he will die later, potentially, maybe. We could block and then disintegrate. How good is that? I guess we don't have anything else better to do with our mana, right? So we might as well disintegrate. I don't hate it. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge because that gives me a blocker for Annie. Boom. and we know that the opponent doesn't have the Lotus, doesn't have the Jhin. I guess he could have it, right? This is only his second skill, so he could still have Jhin. Yeah, okay, so he does have Jhin. So we just block here, right? I think we block the Annie. If we block the Annie, we're okay. We block the Annie, and hear me out. We're gonna actually summon our Jhin. Now, summoning our Jhin gets punished by a couple things. Summoning our Jhin does get punished by the stun. Station is a big punish then, right? Station is too much of a big punish, because we can just level Annie right here. Station sounds like too much of a punish. Ooh, Station is so much of a punish potentially, huh? I think a Station is too much of a punish to summon Jhin. I think we just go for it. The stuns are way too big, right? So we can level up Annie by having Annie go on the right. So Annie here will always level up on the stack. So Annie will always level up in the stack. So Annie levels up, and now her skill is doing 3. So opponent cannot even block our Annie with his Sunhawk. We just keep our Jhin for later. And we'll have access to Tivers as well. And Jhin is just slowly leveling up. Now, opponent does get some value here. Maybe we commit the Disintegrate, to be honest. If opponent goes like this... Okay, I was gonna say... Is Disintegrate... Does Disintegrate make sense right here? Does the Disintegrate make sense right here? I mean, it is killing a big unit here. What if we just go here? What if we just go here and do the Disintegrate so that the opponent doesn't have a Bunkuroki to attack with? That's one less skill that counts towards Jhin. So that's one less skill that the opponent has. We have Tivers, and we have a very big open attack next turn. Fervor? He could Fervor our Annie. But then that means that that's a Fervor that's going to our Annie and not to our face. Oh, he went to face. He went to face. I think it was actually correct for them to go to the Annie. Because now the Annie still stays alive and still becomes a big threat next turn. And he's going to just quickly level... Because we have so many units that have skills that Jhin is just going to level up next turn, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 skills triggering. Even Tivers as well. So we have blockers for everything with the Sunhawk. Opponent cannot even really summon their Jhin, in my opinion. We don't even have to summon Jhin, to be honest. Like, do we even have to summon the Jhin? He's gonna kill my Bunkuroki. Like, what if we don't summon Jhin? What if we just go Tusk Speaker into Doombeast? That puts the opponent at 1, and then they just lose the game, right? And I also like the Doombeast a lot. I like the Doombeast a lot. Because the Doombeast also keeps me healthy. So Annie dies, right? So Annie's gonna die to this guy. We can just go here. Go like this, kill his units. We summon Doombeast. We're triggering the Lotus Trap, and we win because both of these units are gonna be able to have an open attack. We only go down to 10. We go to 12. So yeah, this is game. This is game. We got there before the opponent could, unfortunately for them. We're wider than them. So we're much wider than them in terms of units. The opponent's down to 1 HP. Which, yeah, doesn't look too great. Doesn't look too great. I think it's just the open attack. He has no way to he has no way to beat the open attack. He has no way to beat the open attack because of the 2 skills on the stack, and the rest of our units just attacking at once. So there was no reason to delay it, so GG's. Here we'll be going up against Gwen Sejuani. This is looking bad already. And the reason this is looking very bad already is because usually this deck probably has a lot of heals. Has Battlefield, obviously has Gwen, right? So right off the bat, I think there's already a lot of bad things going on right here. Now, I kind of like going just all 1-drops, but the Sunhawk is kind of tempting. The Sunhawk is tempting, but I think it's actually better to go all 1-drops here. Technically, this is more damage, right? The Saboteur is just way more damage. Opponent can choose to block here, but then that means that they're not getting value here. This, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. There's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way that's correct. This is gonna be such a big attack next time, by the way. We're gonna Tusk Speaker right here. We're gonna do Corsair. We're gonna Sunhawk and then Station on top of it. No way. Battlefield? Unspeakable Horror? That's worse because it doesn't give you the Battlefield blocker. This is still gonna be a nuts attack. The opponent's only saving grace is that I don't have Jhin. So now we stun his unit. Opponent goes for Rabin. This is gonna be Sid, so we just summon this and we win the game. And he dies to his own Rabin. Yeah, the opponent dies to their own Rabin. Wow. I needed to check the eye first. I needed to check the eye if it was gonna be lethal. And it is, because this takes him down to 2 and we... What a nut! First of all, what a nutty hand from us. What a nutty hand from us. But second of all, what a greedy not block from the opponent. GG's. Wow. If you have Rabin, I feel like you blocked that. I guess opponent decided not to block it because they were gonna heal off the damage from Rabin, but like, wow, GG's. Because you're gonna lose your unit to the Rabin anyways. Doesn't make sense. Oh. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Tia, Nami, SI. So this is doomed, right? This is looking very doomed to me. Tusk Speaker is a horrible start, right? I think I want to just go a bunch of 1-drops, or even Bunkuroki is not bad. If I get another 1-drop though, I'll probably go Annie, Corsair, other 1-drop. This is looking very bad, although this gets punished by Battlefield, so maybe not. Okay, so right now it's just... I mean, at least I have both champions. At least I have both champions, so that could be really good for us. Because this is going to push a lot of damage. Oh no, okay. Too many champions. Too many champions. Well, maybe the grenade... Maybe the grenade is not bad. The grenade is not bad. It can kill... It technically can kill the ant, right? Battlefield. Just to save 1 damage that he could have just healed up by actually Battlefield. I guess it gets this ready. I guess it gets this ready, right? So it does set it up to die. I mean, it sets it up to die to a second Battlefield, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm being annoying about it. Tentacle Smash though, they always get the Tentacle Smash here for free. Makes sense. It's too early for Fervor. We let it have it. It's just gonna be Jhin. It's just gonna be Jhin next turn. We take this attack. We take this attack. We play Jhin next turn. We have so many skills in the graveyard, in the game going on, that we can actually stun his unit away. Now, opponent could have the second Tentacle Smash, and that would be the only punish to this. They never had the second Tentacle Smash though, right? The tapped out of Vengeance. It could also be, I guess, red card, right? Red card, especially because the opponent set this up earlier. So a red card here is a big punish. So red card will have been a big punish. Now, you want to put the Jhin on the left. So by putting the Jhin on the left, it means that his Lotus triggers after. By the way, we have so many skills triggering that we stun both units. And we also kill the sap. So look at this. Look at how crazy this stack looks. So by putting the Jhin on the left, you make sure that you trigger your Deadly Flourish first. But yeah, this is GG, isn't it? We killed this. Opponent doesn't even get a good trade. We actually misordered it because I forgot that the Crack Shot will go first. So no matter what, the Lotus Strike was always... So usually, putting Jhin on the left will work for us. But what you need to remember is that skills like Corsair and Misfortune will always trigger first no matter what. So he ended up triggering first, which triggered the Lotus Trap before we actually triggered the Jhin. But regardless, the Lotus Trap stuns this one because we were able to trigger a second one, so it ends up working out. Now, remember here, right? We're gonna have a level of Jhin very quickly. We're gonna have a level of Jhin next turn when we have another attack. Opponent needs to have exactly Twisted Fate. If it's not Twisted Fate, I don't see how they win. Oh, that's too many Jhins. That's way too many Jhins. That's way too many Jhins. Unless the opponent gives us a one health unit to attack. Yeah, that's way too many Jhins. That's unfortunate. Okay.
But I will see it through.
Alright. I guess we'll go here. We'll go here. That's dealing 2. Opponent's gonna be very down, right? I honestly kind of like... Yeah, that's game. I was gonna say, I kind of like doing the Bouncing Bomb right now, to be honest. So I like doing the Bouncing Bomb right now just to advance the Jhin further and be able to trigger multiple Lotus Trap. It also means that we could level up Jhin on the attack. How are we winning with this deck? How are we winning so much? 250 LP already. We literally have not lost with this deck. GG's. Hey, welcome back everybody. Hope you enjoy those games and you can see what I'm talking about. You saw how nutty some of these decks, quote-unquote high rolls, can be. We were winning games that we had no business winning. And honestly, I was very surprised at how much work Jhin put in. I always thought that Jhin was probably one of the weakest parts of this deck, really just used for his origin. But I feel like Jhin won us so many games. Just keep in mind what I kept talking about throughout the video. Make sure that when you have a Jhin on the field, you're clicking on the eye. Click on the eye. Honestly, don't even bother thinking about it. Don't even bother spending your brain cells thinking about the order. Just put the order on the stack, on the attack. Click on the eye. If it doesn't look like you want it to look, just swap stuff around, right? So the order with Jhin and the order with Annie can be very important because it can be the difference between pushing an extra 1, 2, or 2 damage and being able to kill the opponent's blockers, as you saw Jhin do a couple of times. Aside from that, this deck I think is nuts. It's honestly probably the best aggro deck right now. Spider aggro is also up there, but I do think Annie Jhin is a little bit better because Annie Jhin can survive against stuff like Ravines, as you saw us beating multiple times, and it can still do well against stuff like Trolls, which I feel like Spider aggro struggles a little bit more against stuff like Trolls like that. So really good deck, really recommend it. Ooh, my eyes are itching, I don't know why, so please ignore me scratching my eye for the whole video. But anyways, really recommend, especially if you're a new player, but even if you're a high rank player. You saw us here. We went from like 150 LP to 250 LP, and this is playing on Masters. It's a good deck, and people need to stop underestimating this deck, guys. Don't underestimate it. Especially good if you want to beat Kai'Sa, but enough. In terms of mulligan, just go for your 1-drops. Annie, Rearguard, Saboteur, Corsair, just keep your 1-drops. Keep your 1-drops. Start getting so much value there because of the 1-drops and how much pressure they put into the opponent. And then I also recommend, again, keeping 1 Jhin. You kind of saw how much value Jhin put in, but it can be a little bit risky because you also saw how bad it is when we draw 2 Jhins, because the second Jhin ends up being useless. So it's a very big risk to keep a Jhin. So I will only keep Jhin if you already have like a really good hand. Like if you have Annie and then you have like Crusader or Saboteur on top of that, or even a Bunker Rookie. So if you have like Annie, Rookie, and Jhin, then I will keep it, because it means that you're going to be triggering that Jhin very easily by having 2 units that just have a lot of skills associated with them, right? Otherwise, if you see more of like your rear guard and stuff like that, then I probably want to kick away Jhin, because obviously the rear guard, you still want to summon them early on, but you're not going to get the value that you get with Jhin. But yeah, early drops, Jhin sometimes, and kind of go from there. I will keep Fervor against like stuff like Shen Bard. We didn't need it in that matchup that we won, but Fervor is a really good way to punish the Spirit's Refuge. So I will keep Fervor in that matchup. That's the only time that will keep my burn early. Otherwise, you want to get your Fervor and your Decimates later into the game. But enough. Hope you enjoyed the games today, and I hope you enjoyed this aggro Sirturmund, right? I actually had so much fun playing the games today. It's crazy how high roll he can be. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the content. As always, if you like the video, please make sure to like and subscribe below. You can also find us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund. We stream 3 to 4 times a week, and you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.